Well, hello everyone. Good afternoon. It's just me today. It's Sean. Hello. Uh, it's a rare thing that I have time pop up and I'm like, I should just stream. But here we are. So hopefully it's not too much of a surprise. Hopefully we get a little bit of a crowd in here. But I have been itching to get back to this campaign. Um, if you recall, I don't think we posted it to the YouTube video just because it was out of rhythm. But last time we streamed, Scott played a bit of Inscription after my internet just completely dumped out on me. And I've just been itching to get back to my Dream Eaters campaign since then. So since it is so ad hoc, it is just me. So normally this is playing alone together. I bring someone else on to help me play solo Arkham. But today it's playing alone today, playing alone totally. I don't know. You guys are usually pretty good at helping me come up with better acronyms, so I'm open to suggestion. But hey, Big Kahuna, look at you. Oh, and I think the other thing that I need to double check is the chat. Oh, yep, I completely messed up the. If you'll notice, the trappings, I made a new overlay. The one we had been using was a Frankenstein that Tom made way back in the day. And now the Twitch chat is really wackily small. Aw, Big Kahuna and Phi, thank you for the sub, guys. Playing alone this time for real. That's right. That's right. There's an Il Nino song that I used to really like that I think goes by that title. Now it's in my head. Let me figure out why the chat is being so weird. Am I growing my hair out? I've been growing my hair out for a while. I'm seeing how far I can take it. And Phi, I know you also are in the long hair crew. There's a lot they don't teach you growing up as a dude, it turns out. I have never grown my hair past like Beatles Shaggy in high school, and I chickened out when quarantine hit, and all the barbers and whatnot were closed. But we're doing it now. We're gonna see how far we can take it. Yeah, I know. I had to learn about conditioner. I had to learn like how to just do a ponytail. That's a skill, it turns out, that you just don't learn being a dude. It's a thing. So yeah. Oh, you know what? It's like my first time doing Twitch chat. Let's do that. There we go. Hey, the chat's where it should be now. So yeah. Hope your wife likes it better than my girlfriend liked my mustache. Yeah, that's the other thing. I'm really working on my mustache game too. And it's the strongest. It's the strongest region of my facial hair layout. So I don't know. We're doing like pirate captain. I'm on my pirate captain arc. Here we go. All right. So, yeah, as I said, it's just me today. So hopefully this I'll be completely honest with you guys. I have feared doing true solo content from minute one. You'll notice that there's probably not a single bit of like Sean solo content out there, mostly because I just like to bounce off of other people, and I'm not completely confident in my ability to just do stream of consciousness thoughts. But we're gonna try it. Be sponsored by Monster and Verizon, I hope. Maybe. Hair game is on point today. Oh, thanks, Dabby. Appreciate that. I just washed it. It's very fluffy. Haven't played Dream Eaters, so I'm out for now. Yeah, that's completely valid. You know, the way we normally play these things assumes you know the campaign really well. So, oh yeah, okay, you got the ads in the overlay. Yeah, no worries. That's. I wish we were sponsored by big names that big. That would be a hell of a thing. So anyway, as you'll recall last time, or not last time, I guess the time before when Nick was here, we've been doing the 8-part interconnected Dream Eaters campaign. And we just did Search for Kadath with Scott. And now we're going back to my Ashcan Pete deck. And we're going to do Point of No Return today. So upgrades, I really struggled on the upgrades. I had 7 XP to spend. I debated on Relic Hunter because now I've got, double Moonstone plus the Silver Key. I debated on Charisma because I've got both my Granny Orn and now Randolph Carter. I don't know. I feel like solo, like you only have so many actions to play down assets. So the XP on those extra slots to let me play down more assets seemed kind of like meh. So what I ended up doing was spending 5 XP on Grizzled to take Always Prepared, which is the upgrade that after you draw an encounter card with the chosen trait, you return a copy of Grizzled to your hand. I've got Spider, Terror, and Monster, which are pretty prevalent traits throughout the campaign. So I feel like that's going to get me a lot more mileage as far as cards to discards. Obviously, you can always commit Grizzled like it's intended, but with Ash Cannon Duke, returning cards to my hand seemed like a really good idea. And then on top of that, I took the Hyperphysical Shotcaster upgrade, the Telescanner, which lets you investigate with any skill, and if you succeed, discover a clue at any revealed location instead of your own. And I figured, for the scenarios where we've got Veiled and everything comes into play revealed with the clues on it, that seemed like really big bang for buck for 2 XP. And then with my single XP left, I just took a cheeky Miss Doyle. I've yet to actually play Granny Orn down, I think. The deck's slow enough. It's got big assets. I kind of needed to just get off of Granny Orn. Miss Doyle's not much cheaper, but she's going to offer a lot more flexibility. When the smaller cats get shuffled into my deck, I can discard them again for more Peach shenanigans. So, I don't know. Overall seemed like a better value for what we're doing here today. So, let's get to it. Let's do it. So we are set up for Point of No Return. Oh, wow, my Act deck is gone. Was it ever there? Why is it not there? Why is... Oh, yeah, okay, we've got setup to do. That's why. So, let's refer to our handy-dandy Arkham Cards campaign guide. We've got, so setup. We begin play in Vaults of Zin. Okay, so since Randolph Carter survived the descent in 1,000 Shapes of Horror, we use version 2. Oh, look at that. Should just never doubt how useful this mod can be. Be gone. And then since we failed Waking Nightmare pretty hard, we do have some tally marks under Steps of the Bridge. So because there are 5 or more tally marks, we place 2 damage on the scenario reference card. That's gonna hurt. That is gonna hurt. I won't lie to you. I hope I can move quickly and kind of mitigate how much that's gonna like speed things along in the back half of this scenario, but we will see. Steps to the fridge, if only. Okay, so, oh shoot, I don't think I actually did my chaos bag here. So let's go standalone and modify from there. Okay. So we got the big tokens. We got 2 Elder Things. We've got 3 Skulls. We've got a Cultist. Look at that. Standalone bag is perfect. Doxy Yoru. Kip, is that you? I always doubt whether I know your username or not. Thank you for the sub. Love you. Okay, anyway, so agenda. 5 Doom, no game text. We've got Entering the Underworld version 2. After an enemy with 1 or more clues on it is defeated, take control of each of those clues, and our objective is to find Richard Upton Pickman. So we're here at Vaults of Zin. Now, my memory of the backside of these is a little hazy. I think if I had done more preparation, which should be the tagline of this campaign, if I had done more preparation, there might be like a very, very min-maxy way to get what you need and not mess with a bunch of stuff you don't need to mess with. We're going in at like 75% knowledge here. So, let's draw opening. Okay. Oh, like the Moonstone, like the Dowsing Rod. I really would like to see a weapon, so I might mulligan pretty hard for that. In fact, you know, 3, 2. Oh, we do have a 4 shroud there. Yeah, so I think I'm going to hold on to Moonstone and Dowsing Rod, and we're going to hard mulligan the rest. And pray I don't regret that decision. Here we go. Weapon, please. Weapon, weapon, weapon. Yeah, all right. Well, you know, we'll play some stuff down and play a nothing left to lose, I guess. And pray we don't hit an early enemy, because it's going to be painful. Weapon, yeah, I know. I really wanted it. I really wanted it. How's the chat looking on screen? It's a little small still. I need to figure out this widget. Betting turn 1 enemy. It's been a thing. And my Jack deck handled it pretty well, drawing a turn 1 5 evade enemy last game. I don't know if Ashcan's gonna do so well if we get bad luck. So here's hoping. Let's go. If you want to turn 1 enemy, we can guarantee it right now. Oh right, I forgot about the tote bag thing. You guys can take a look at something hidden if you turn in some channel points. So you know, if that's how they're your channel points, you spend them how you want. Okay. So I think, oof, you know, I could, if I take a couple turns of setup. This is like a heavy setup hand that I don't hate. So I think I'm going to take these first couple turns. There's a redacted in the redacted. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, if we move into the city of the Gugs, we just like get gugged right away. Which I don't think I want to do. If I remember correctly, that enemy has like 5 fights, so I'm kind of over it. Oh, am I in the thick of it? Okay. So yeah, I think I'm going to camp on this location. Given my hand, I've got nothing left to lose. I've got my cash. I've got some really expensive assets, but I think I'm going to camp on this location and just like really set up and explode, hopefully, from here. So just so we don't waste a Duke, we will try to investigate here. So we are 1 up. Before I get too far committed to this, let me see if there's any bad tokens that'll do bad things. Okay, so the cultist is bad. There's 1 of those, and it'll draw me the top card of the encounter deck. And Elder Thing if I fail by 2 or more, which I would if I draw it. Okay, it readies an enemy and moves. Okay, so there's that. That's not going to happen. So I think I'm willing to risk it on this one. We'll investigate at 1 up with Duke. That's a no. Okay, that's fine. We will play emergency cash. We'll discard Moonstone using Pete's ability to ready Duke, and then because it was discarded, we'll play it out for 3. And then, last action, we'll play down Dowsing Rod for 4. Cool. Depending what I see in upkeep, that nothing left to lose might be a good action 1 next turn. We'll see. We'll see. If I told you guys that I'm not good at true solo yet, I may have mentioned at some point. All right, let's do this. So, no enemies, so we upkeep. All right. Why not save the Moonstone for readying Duke in a later round? Valid question. My thought was just to explode out as much as I can so that when I play this nothing left to lose, it's going to get me the biggest value. That was my thought. And the other main thing is I wanted to rush out Moonstone, because if I do draw an enemy right now, that 4 evade I think is going to be pretty clutch. So, all right, we are. Oh yeah, oh we can do this now. Haha, that's so fun. 1 of 5 Doom. Let's give that 1 more safety shuffle, and we draw Unexpected Ambush. There are no enemies in play. Take a damage and a horror. Okay. All right. Well, there that is. I'm trying to remember how much direct damage is in this deck, because I would like to put that on Duke, obviously, but I also don't want to lose Duke yet, because he is the closest thing I have to a weapon at this point. Yeah, I know, so easy. And what would happen if there is an enemy? Test not combat, test agility or intellect 4. If you fail, nearest enemy readies, moves, engages you, possibly attacks. Okay. You know, I have assets for soak later. I'm gonna just be okay with taking that on the face. Just gonna do it. Okay, so we are gonna. You know, I think Nothing Left to Lose is a decent first turn play here. 3 and 3. People play Take Heart and intentionally fail a test for that shit. So here we go. Play Nothing Left to Lose. Fewer than 5 resources. We hop up to 5. Fewer than 5 cards in your hand. I draw 3 more cards. Oh, that cheeky one of sleight of hand, I think, was a mistake. I always draw it after I have things out, but here, we'll see. We'll see. Shuffling Sea of Pitch. Oh, okay. So Big Kahuna is talking about the back half of the scenario where you constantly shuffle around. I've yet to ever do this one true solo. I have a feeling that's going to be really rough. It certainly has put me on tilt more than once. And I've lost this scenario more than once because I just couldn't find the right one. So not a huge fan. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. It's because I recognize it's fun, but... Oh yeah, Big Kahuna, thank you. Appreciate that. I am going to keep that in mind. Is this a perma-lose scenario? I don't think so. I think this one you still fail forward. But I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so action 2. We're going to Dowsing Rod, Investigate, and we will choose the second ability. So we're now 3 up because I'm investigating with willpower. Or no, we're 2 up because we're investigating with willpower. You know what? Do I play Granny? I'd fail fewer tests. I think we play Granny. So second action, 4 resources. We're gonna hop out Granny, and then last action we'll investigate. So now we're 3 up. Beautiful. Get him to review cards that you'll have to deal with. That is the kindest way to both spend channel points and make sure that I have my head on straight. So I appreciate you guys. Okay. So there's that one. Now, if I'm remembering the Veiled on this location correctly, it pops an enemy out. I think a Ghast. It might be a Ghoul. What Vaults of Zin? I think it's a Ghast with a clue on it. And if I want to avoid going to the city of Gugs, which I think I do, it might not be a bad idea to get that enemy next turn and get that clue from it instead of from this location. So we'll see. We'll see. But that's my turn for now, so we'll upkeep. Beauty. And we are 2 of 5. Taste of Lifeblood. Test willpower 3 for each point you fail by. Place a clue on the enemy, or take a damage. Okay, 3 up on this one. I think we're going to let that ride. Okay, fine with that. Fine with that. That's a pass. Okay, so I'm trying to remember. I think the Ghast is a 2/2. Is it a 2/2/2, 2/2/3? I think it only has 2 health. And if that's the case, I think I might want to do this. I'm going to peek. And I'll probably do it, but I just want to peek. Yep. Spawned here, exhausted with a clue on it. Totally fine. We're going to do that. I don't know. How do you guys feel about not how did you feel? How do you actually play? When you've gone through a campaign multiple times like this and just like the small details leave your brain and whatnot, do you let yourself peek at hidden stuff that would be, in your first playthrough otherwise hidden? I do. Snilly, oh, you're hardcore. You are hardcore. No, we cheat in the Swidajewski household. All right. So he gets a clue and he's exhausted. Yes. Okay. And David, very, very good delineation there. If it is actually randomized and hidden, then I do not peek because that's a thing. But, once I've gone through a campaign, I don't know. I feel like it's just a matter of keeping important things in my brain. I'd like to remember my anniversary, birthdays, lyrics to songs from the 90s. These are all things competing for the same brain space, I tell myself. Okay, so after he enters the location with the Gug, doesn't happen. So he's prey or he's hunter. Okay, so this is just a normal enemy now. Okay, so that said, first action, we're gonna sick Duke on him. I'm 2 up. I'm effectively 3 up with Granny Orn. Oh no. This is the one. She's the one that just helps you fail. Okay, I got really, really spoiled. The last time I played Granny Orn, I immediately upgraded her to level 3. I got really spoiled. So we're 2 up. But he is exhausted, so if I fail, it's not like the biggest deal in the world. I think this is fine. We're 2 up. All right. -3 if you fail by 2 or more. I didn't, so that just happens. Okay, we'll discard an improvised shield to ready Duke and try again. I really don't want to waste this act of desperation yet. Like, this is for when I get Dowsing Rod with a couple Doom on it. I don't want to waste it yet. He's exhausted. It's fine. I'll just move out of here if this fails. 2 up again. What are you? X is the amount of damage on this card, which is currently 2. So, that Hunting Ghast is deed. I get that clue. And I have one last action, which... what I'm debating right now is whether I use the Dowsing Rod to sneak in. I don't think I do that yet. I have my Act of Desperation. I'm not guaranteed to find an enemy to use it with. And on top of that, the big downside is that this next location only has 1 clue on it. So if I put the Doom on it and get the clue, then I'm out using the second ability. So I'll probably... We're Witching Hour next turn, right? No, we're Witching Hour in 2 turns. I'll stop agonizing. I'll just move like a chump. Like a chump who doesn't have 2 cards that move and investigate. Okay. What I'm really doing is biding time, because if I can find my hyperphysical shotcaster, then I can get the clue from City of the Gugs without ever having to go there. And that is, I'm going to consider that a really big win. But here we are for now. Okay, so no enemies remain. We'll upkeep. That's hot. That's hot for later, for sure. All right. 3 of 5. And we get Rotting Remains. We're 3 up on this willpower test. This is one where Granny Orn might actually come in handy if I draw a really bad token here, so we'll see. 3 up. That's a pass. Yeah, Davi, truly, truly. I slept on this for True Solo because I always forget that it's yours and connecting locations, and that is so important. And also really, really good. Okay, so I mean, I suppose the other thing to talk about is this Tower of Koth up here. I am not even going to attempt this. I'm sitting on a 2 base combat. I don't think I did the thing that you need to do to clear the stone trap door. I can't really remember. But either way, this is probably just not happening. So cool ending is long long foregone at this point. Okay. So action 1. We will investigate using Dowsing Rod. We are 2 up on this test. Okay, fine. Action 2, we'll do the same. Okay, fine. Do I look what I found? Yes, I look what I found because these 2 are connected and that's perfect. So 2 resources, I failed by 1. I look what I found. We get this clue and we get this clue. That's hot. Okay, so then I believe the Veiled on Plane of the Gugs here is the one we need to advance, so let's do that. So we possess at least 3 clues. We spend 3 clues, and we advance the act. Flip this card back over. Cool, cool. Tight, 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 tight. And the act. Story, story, story. Choose an investigator to take control of the set-aside Richard Upton Pickman story asset. For the remainder of the scenario, if he leaves play, remove him from the game. Put each Veil location into play. Take Striking Fear out of the encounter deck. And shuffle Terror of the Veil and Night Gaunts in. Okay, so one thing at a time here. Richard. Dicky boy. I don't know what your guys' experience has been with Richard, but he has either been like amazing, where I find all the ghouls and just have a little army, or I never find any and he's just a 3 soak. And there's like very, very little in between. Am I correct that if his second ability, action, exhaust Richard Upton Pickman, fight with a base combat of 5, instead of standard damage, this attack deals damage equal to the number of face down cards attached to Richard Upton Pickman. Like, that's 0. So he's useless till you get one of them. So, yep. Okay. Just making sure I had that right. I mean, I can attack for 0 damage, but surely there's some compelling reason to somehow. Maybe if you're trying to succeed by 2, would trigger something else. I don't know. Probably won't be happening this game. Okay, so we've got Richard. But the board state. Put each... No ghoul karate is the trick called. All right, so Veil locations go into play. Veil. All right, this is going to be a thing. So we've got connected to Moon. You're not connected to Moon. You're not connected to Moon. You're not connected to Moon. So I think that makes sense. Am I missing any connections here? No. No, that works. Snap in, you bastard. There we go. Is it because my lift is so high? Why is this? All right, sorry. Crag of the Ghouls is going to be Kitty Wampus, as the Crags probably actually are. All right. So Veil locations are in play. Striking Fear comes out, so you're gone. I don't think I've seen anything else from that yet. Nope, not there. That's not what we need. Well, we will in a second. I have OCD and that card doesn't even bother me. Okay, good, good. That's a good litmus test. Striking Fear. Striking fear. Striking fear. Striking fear. How many are in that set? 7? There's 7 cards in that set? That's crazy. Dissonant voices. There we go. I'm missing one. Where are you? Rotting remains. There you go. Okay, cool. That's out. And then Terror of the Veil and Night Gaunts go in. Along with the discard pile. Thankfully, I haven't seen those Ancient Evils yet, so I'm not going to rage. We'll save that for next session when we play Dark Side of the Moon. Okay, that's the act. All right, new act 2, The Descent. Find a way to see of pitch. Cool, I have an action left. And I think that action is going to be to Duke into the Crag of the Ghouls. So we are just 1 up on this test again. God, maybe I should have upgraded Granny Orn. Oh well. Looking at this dowsing rod. I'm looking at this dowsing rod. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're 1 up. It's fine. Yep, see? All right. Okay, well. There you go. No wasted consternation there. Okay, so that gets us to 4. It's the witching hour. I've been thinking about adding like a channel point like sound effects. So that like when it's the witching hour, we can like have someone spend channel points and ring a bell or something. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas for fun features we can add to make it more interactive and fun for you guys, I am all ears. I'm trying to actually learn to be a Twitch streamer now, despite having done this on and off for almost a decade. So please feel free to submit your suggestions. We are listening. No enemies, so upkeep. I did that in the opposite order. So upkeep, now here. Mythos. Lit by Deathfire. Each investigator loses a resource. Me. Each investigator at a Veil or Depths location chooses and discards a card from their hand. Me. Oh yeah, okay, so you guys are doing math from the beginning of Arkham. I have been streaming on Twitch since I joined Cardboard of the Rings and in Lord of the Rings continuity since 2014. Back when we were playing on Octagon. It was real fun. That is sick art. Why is that not on a playmat? I am indeed an ancient being. I was there, Gandalf. I was there when Lord of the Rings was still being produced. I am a relic of the first age. I haven't been into that Discord actively in a very long time. Do they still have that title up for me? If so, that's very sweet of them. I expected them to like let that ride for a month and then delete it. Okay, so that's it. I think now is the time to go ham with the dowsing rod, so we'll investigate here. Still there for Brian and Brandon. It's there for me and Brian. Brandon hasn't been on Discord in a very, very long time, to my knowledge. I watch sometimes. Okay, so we are 6-3 on this dowsing rod investigate test. So yeah, man, that elder thing is just really showing up today. I got to be 3 up on Ertang. Oh, okay. Before I get too far ahead of myself, let's not have an asterisk. First treachery drawn during the Mythos phase gains surge. We got to do another thing. Choose a skill. Okay, so this is going to be combat. Thank you, Whispers of Hypnos. This is possibly the gentlest card in True Solo. Bold but true. That might not even be bold. I don't know. Okay, so since this didn't require a test and nothing hidden changed, I'm going to let that token ride. Send the police after me if you want. So I get that clue. We're going to go again. 3 up. Cool, that's -2, so I get that clue. And then last action, we'll put a doom on dowsing rod. Woo! And move to a connecting location. We'll move here. We're gonna be 2 up. Ooh, do I chuck this test of will? I mean, I just fail if, oh, hey, doggy nosed her way in. Come on. Go ahead, lay up. You're fine. So if I fail this test, nothing really bad happens. There's no enemies. I guess if I draw a cultist, that would suck. There's only 1 token in the bag. I'm gonna let it ride at 2 up. That's a -2. Davy Chopin. Oh, I forgot I added that. River, come here. River, come here. Can I get you up on my lap? You're a big chonker. Come here. Yes. No, come here. It's River. She's my Aussie. She's 10. You'd never know it. What? All right, she won't let me pick her up right now. Hang on. Come here, you feisty beast. River. Ah! All right. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I'll let her do it of her own accord. River, up, up. Come here. Nope, nope. Around. On her best behavior today, as you can see. River, come here. Up, up. Yes, there you go. Good girl. Yes. There she is. She likes to come down and run around the room and pretend that she's not 10 years old. Yes, I know. I know. Come lay down. You're fine. All right. So I get that clue. And that's my last action. All right, so that puts us to upkeep. What does this location do again? There are no clues here. Oh, while there are clues here, you can't play cards or commit cards to tests. I don't think that was a problem. River is a farm-bred Australian Shepherd. And I put emphasis on the farm bred because, you know, she was our first Aussie, so I thought she was normal. We've been out at dog parks, and every time we meet an Australian Shepherd, River's like easily 6 inches taller than them. So we call her Brienne of Tarth. She's a big girl, big farm breed. All right, that's upkeep. Hey, we have weapon. And we have Sleight, and we have Act of Desperation. Guys, we can do some work when we get an enemy now. Okay, so we have 6 of 5 Doom. That resets. Pop goes the agenda. Story. Shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. I'm actually kind of okay with that. It's not too bad. Place a damage on the scenario reference card. That is going to start to make things spicy. Is your puppy named after River Tam from Firefly? Yes, originally. Absolutely. And then, after we had already picked that name out, but before we got the dog, we got super into Doctor Who. So she's also named after River Song. So. All right. That's Schufla, and we draw an encounter card. Grasping hands. This is fine. I'm 1 up, but I've got Granny to mitigate the damage, and I've got decent soak here, so we're just going to let that ride. 1 up. -2. Okay, cool. Hey, Granny. I love it when level 0 Granny actually does something. So I failed by 1 less. Still fail, but no damage. That's fun. Okay, so now the real question here is whether I mess with anything else on this board. Because if I come over here to Sea of Bones, we've got the D-hole to deal with, which, you know, arguably now that I've got a weapon, may or may not be a thing I can do. But I don't have to. I'm already doing pretty okay on VP. I think I can leave 1 on the board and feel okay about it. Oh, Davi, you think I should go get it? So let's see here. So if I Duke in, yep, Aussie Shepherd. Yep. A VP is a VP. Oh, you guys are, oh, you're making me be greedy. Okay, fine. Fine, I can do that. So it's after you discover 1 or more clues here. And he's set aside, so I can just look at him. No, I literally just shuffled that into the deck. I think he's like a 3/5/3, which should be okay. And I can take a hit. Yeah, all right, fine. Okay, so we will... I have this dowsing rod too. How much space do I have on this agenda? Not a lot. Oh, right, and this is the one that keeps repeating, so... I mean, technically a Doom will just get me to another damage on point of no return a little bit faster. Phylleon, say more. Why is the D-hole cruel in solo? I forget. And I've shuffled him in, so now I'm not going to go look, because that would be peaking. Is it just because the treacheries keep bringing him out and you've got to deal with 5 damage? Yeah, okay. It's true, it's true. And it's not, there's no, he doesn't have VP, right? Or does he have VP, but the treachery still pulls him from the victory display? Is that what it is? If I'm remembering that correctly, I am still sitting on this test of will, so it's possible I could stop that from happening. Oh, he has 1 VP. All right, fine. Now there's 2 VP on the board. All right, I got to do it. We got to do it. Let me readjust this map here. Okay, so the real question is, how do I tackle this? That's better. Yeah, I know. It's still not guaranteed. I could still get into some serious trouble later, but you know, that's kind of the fun of it, right? Let's see. I kind of want everything to be 3 up, but I only have 2 actions to deal with him. I'm going to take a hit anyway, so let's just make sure we get the clue. So I'm going to hard move in. It kind of breaks my heart that the whole concept of this deck is to just do the fast moves with Duke and Dowsing Rod, but I'm still talking myself out of it constantly. Am I being gutless, or is that the right move? So I don't have 2 actions to... I'm getting hit anyway, fuck it. Here we go. We'll Duke in. Let's do that. That way I don't have to worry about the Doom. Right? So we'll Duke in. We are 2 up on this test, and now we would fail by both the Skull and the Elder thing. So I think at this point I will commit this to go 3 up. I think that's the play. 3 up. -3. So that's a clue. That's a flip. All right. Story. If there's no D-hole tunnel at this location, search the encounter deck and discard pile for a D-hole tunnel and attach it to this location. And then if I'm remembering correctly, I also just get the D-hole. So I will grab him now. Grabbing the D-hole. Was the joke not funny yet? Have we reached the event horizon, the comedic event horizon? Okay. Does it reveal or does it just get attached? It just gets attached. So the revelation effect doesn't go off yet, but it just enables bad stuff later. If it's in play, move to this location and add 2 clues to it. Otherwise, search the... All right, fine. Search the encounter deck, discard pile, and victory display. So it's on a cycle back. I get it. Spawn it at this location, exhausted with 2 clues on it. Oh, I get a free turn. I did not take that into my calculations. Okay. I'm a fan of that. So, Slithering D-hole. Yep, 3/5/3 monster Dole Elite. Asian Wild. Oh yeah, that's right. That is a thing. So he's Hunter, massive. When moving, he's connected to all D-hole tunnels. This is objectively the right choice. Nothing that happens between now and the end of the game can change that. Now knowing what I know with 2020 hindsight, I agree. Okay. So, luckily, that leaves me 2 actions. So, I think what we do is we slight sickle in. We exhaust it, put a doom on it. That's a damage. Put a doom on it. We get +1 skill value, so we're going to be using willpower. So we are 7. We're 4 up on this fight test. Excuse me. Sorry, headphones users. Okay. Well, that could have been literally any other token. That could have been literally any other token, and I would have been completely okay with it. Okay. God damn it. I have a very, very special relationship with this game, guys. It's not entirely healthy. Okay, so now I'm stuck with whether I act of desperation. No, I think what I do, because the doom's it's coming back to my hand because I slighted it out anyway, so that's fine. I think I get a resource, so that way I can play it down next turn and just fight it honestly. I think that's what I do. All right. Big Kahuna wants to see the next token, so I think what I have to do here is come over here and pull it. I won't look. The next token's going to be this. Help remind me help remind me that that's over there, I think. Yeah, I think I got to be able to just play the sickle down next turn. So unfortunate as it is, I just got to click for a credit. God, that tentacle was a buzzkill. We have all agreed what it is. Okay. All right, so then this happens at the end of your turn, so that pops back to my hand. What? Why? That's so weird. Come on. Come on, little guy. Okay. Upkeep. He readies. He just hits for 1 and 1, so that's okay. It's okay. It's the arcane geometries. That's right. I carry a ley line around with me. It's very, very complicated and bad. Okay, so we're 1 of 4 doom, and we draw grasping hands. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We're 1 up. Oh wait, shoot. Oh no! I just did it. Guys, what was the token? What was the token? No, it's too late. I definitely made the decision I made. What was the token? It was an elder thing. Okay. Ooh, okay. So I was 1 up, so I would fail by 2 or more. Except Granny makes me fail by 1 or more. So I just take a damage. Granny coming in clutch this game, oddly enough. I guess we're just playing with the right encounter cards. Okay. So, here we are. We are here. I'm just going to bring him to my threat area, but we all know he's at the location. God, and I didn't do anything to him last turn. He was supposed to ready with like 4 damage on him. Okay, so. I think what I want to do is evade, play down the sickle, and get attacking. I think that's what I want to do. Yeah. So, we will attempt to evade. I'm 1 up. I'm 3 up. Thank you, Silver Key, for your wild icons. Those were very, very well placed. Grandiose. Okay, so quick aside on art. And I think I've talked about this before, but Romana Kendelich, she has a very, very specific art style. Her features are all, when she does humans, the features are all like really exaggerated. And in Lord of the Rings, it is my favorite Hobbit art because they come off as like very childlike, doll-like, kind of still creepy in a way, features. And they just play perfectly to that idea of hobbits, looking like children to your eyes. Her work in the Arkham context, I quite enjoy as well. It kind of gives a little bit of a creepy edge. Like you guys see what I'm talking about with like the exaggerated features on Granny here? I don't know. I think she's a really cool artist. Yeah, I suppose that was a tautology, wasn't it? All right, so we're 3 up to evade. Ooh. All right, well, not that it'll matter, but I'll just ready Granny because the Elder Sign. Oh, it's specifically ready Duke. Never mind. Okay, so that's an evade. We will play down Ceremonial Sickle. And we will use a Ceremonial Sickle. Yeah, the art on Courage Awakened. Yep, that's what I'm thinking of. Like that one's really intense. Free to Choose, I think, is one that I really like. And then the Spirit Hero Mary, if I'm remembering correctly, is also her. And that one's really cool. Okay, so we exhaust and place a doom. We get +1 skill value and deal +1 damage. So we are 4 up on this combat check. Okay, cool. The bag let us play this time. So that's 2 damage to boy here. And that's my turn. So we upkeep. Okay, a little slow on the uptake there, but that might help later. We are 3 of 4 Doom. Y'all know I'm about to see an Ancient Evils. What's the over-under on Ancient Evils right now? Ooh. After Ghast enters the location with a Gug, ready each Gug. Deal 1 damage to Ghast. There's something that like spawns things. So Gug enemies can't spawn here. Everything else is fine, right? This just comes to me. Yeah, this just comes to me. Why don't I get ghouls? See, this is what I'm talking about, Fi. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is one of those playthroughs where I'm not going to see a single goddamn ghoul, and Richard's just going to be soak. It would be very, very nice in solo to have this little extra option, and I kind of imagine that's a little bit why he does what he does. But, you know. Oh, I'm so sorry. My penguins are lulls. It is what we do here at Mythos Busters, is we make people want to play Arkham. I mean, to be fair. Okay, now this is getting gross. I think... I mean, they both hit for the same, so I think I want to prioritize killing the Gug. So let's do that. So action 1, we'll go here again. We're 4 up to hit the Gug. Cool, that's 2 damage. Okay. Interesting. I was gonna ready this, but I don't think I need to. So I'm gonna swing again, hopefully kill the Gug, and then act of desperation to kill that Ghast. And then hopefully get a little momentum back. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So swing again with the sickle, using obviously the second ability. We're 3 up. Okay, cool. D-hole is, you know what, I'm just going to put him here because he's probably coming back, let's be real. And then last action, we'll play Act of Desperation. We'll discard my sickle. We are 3 up on this combat test to kill the Ghast. Yeah, that's fine. 3 up. -3. Boom. The sickle was in my play area, so I get 1, 2, 3 resources. And I'm going to call that probably the most productive turn I'll have this whole game. Okay. We have some space again. We have some space. Let's see if we can, because I think it's the Veil of FNAF that progresses us, correct? I think that's correct. Did I do the Veiled here? I didn't do the Veiled here. Yeah, well, that would have been smart. Okay, well, we are upkeep. All right, and now I have my jury rig, so like, okay. We're a little slow on the weapons right now, but we should be okay. We are 3 of 4 Doom. Unexpected ambush. Take a damage and a horror. Okay. There are no enemies in play. Honestly, that is interesting. We don't see that sort of thing very often. Normally what you'd see on a treachery like this that plays with enemies in play is if there's no enemies in play, just discard it and it surges. Do we like just a ping better? I don't know if I do. Because like there's no tests. I can't really do much about that. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm fine, but just, you know, musing on the design, I think I would prefer it surges. Okay, so we're witching hour. So first action, we'll get down this sickle to make sure that's good. I think jury rig is not needed at this time because I'm swinging at 6 with the sickle. I think jury rig would be more for like my shot caster or something like that. So I'm gonna just leave it. I'm gonna just leave it. We're gonna move for action 2, and we're gonna veiled. All right, so we spend 3 clues and advance. Boop, boop, boop. Story. Put each depths location into play and shuffle Descent into the pitch and Agents of Atlaknaka along with the discard pile. So these pop into play. We'll deal with you in a second. What are you? You're Striking Fear. Descent into pitch, Agents of Atlaknaka. That is the one thing that I always kind of like chuckle to myself when I play True Solo is how few cards you actually see from the encounter deck. So when you get a fat encounter deck like this, 37 cards, we've had like several threatening encounter sets shuffled in. True Solo is random, but true random feels very not random sometimes. So like we'll see how many of those really bad enemies we see this game. Okay, and these are all connected to each other and to Veil of Nath. I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that there. Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, then why not? That makes sense. We can get anywhere from anywhere. Right? Oh, no. Yep, okay. And you need a clue. I don't know why you didn't spawn. I probably screwed something up there. Okay. And it's kind of crazy how that's changed. Like 37 cards is indeed huge in Solo. It's huge in Arkham in general. Like that's a big encounter deck. But I'm thinking back to the days, and any of you Lord of the Rings heads will remember this. But like some of those, particularly like the Khazad Doom Moria encounter decks, were just so fat. Like 50 cards, if I'm remembering correctly. You do go through them faster in that game because of shadow cards, but and a fuck ton more surge. But yeah, it's still just, it's kind of crazy how like tight and as a result, a little bit more consistent Arkham encounter decks have become. And I generally appreciate that. Okay, so Black Expanse. After you defeat an enemy, blah, 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 find the source of the distortion. So my path out is hidden behind one of these lovely little seas of pitch. We're going to see how lucky or unlucky I get. Because we are witching hour? Yeah, we're witching hour. So we're going in, baby. Doom. So we're swinging in with 7 willpower. Chat, I don't want to put this on you guys, but which one should I go to? I'm kind of feeling like Fate wouldn't let this one be... I know they're all like technically equidistant, but like this one's kind of closer. I feel like Fate wouldn't let this one be the right one. I'm feeling here. I'm feeling here. Yeah, okay. My penguins are low says here. Yeah, let's start here. And we're investigating. X on this is 3, so we are 4 up on this test. Cool. I get that clue. And I can't remember if there's a reason I would want to wait to veil. I don't think there is. Is there a reason I'd want to wait to veil? Because like most of them just shuffle up and you go again, but is like, and then like one of them is you get to look at the backside of another sea of pitch. I don't know. Here we go. Veil. Yep. Okay, so Set clues aside. Discard all tokens. Shuffle them up. Distribute clues as evenly as possible. Okay, so at least I don't have to investigate them again. Whoop, nope. Okay. That's upkeep. Okay. All right. Okay, so what if you don't put a clue where you are? Oh, right. No, you're totally right, Fi. That's the better play. Despite the fact that I just triggered it, I'm like forgetting how Veiled works. Yep, that is the correct play. Thank you for the call out. Snilly, we just got in here, and the first one we flipped was a shuffle, so not great so far, but like that's about reasonably expected, right? We'll see. All right, so we go 4 Doom. We reset. Pop goes the agenda. Isn't it ideal? Oh yeah, because you have to have 3 clues to advance. So yeah, you do. You don't want to find. In my case, since I got those extra clues, guys, you know what? Speaking of extra clues, you know what? I completely forgot to put 2 clues on the Dole back when he spawned. So for what it matters, when I killed him, I get 2 clues. I don't think it matters, but there we go. Okay. So that oh yeah, okay. Each investigator must either discard a random card from their hand or spend or lose 2 resources. I'm going to lose 2 resources. We shuffle the discard pile in, which we don't need to do. We are up to 4 damage here, so we are in the end game, because if it were 5, then we are 2. Otherwise, we flip this back over. Cool. Shuffle you to be sure, and we get Taste of Lifeblood. Oh man, I'm really loving how many willpower and agility tests I've gotten on treacheries so far. It's exactly what I wanted. I think I'll just take this at 3 up, because I can take a damage and be okay with it if I fail. 3 up. Hey, get out of here. All right. Now Fi's suggestion comes to fruition. I had a 25% chance to deal myself the right one here, and without moving, without taking actions, we can check it. Look at another copy. I choose you. Okay. 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 Now we're down to 50-50. Now we're down to 50-50. What are you guys feeling? North or east? I'm feeling spiders, yeah. I don't think I want to play around with Doom on the dowsing rod right now, just because we are so close, and if I have to shuffle these fuckers again, it's going to be a bad time. Let's try here. So first action, regular move. Second action, dowsing rod. I'm only 2 up on this test, which is not the best it could be. Ooh, man, this test of will. I've been holding on to this all game. What am I going to want to cancel? What am I going to want to cancel? I'd want to cancel an Ancient Evils. I'd want to cancel a Dole Tunnel. Okay, if I fail at 2 up, I might consider committing it, but I think I'm okay for now. So we're going to investigate at 2 up. Play Jury Rig first. Maybe that's the... Oh, that is a good play. Yeah. I mean, that's why I have it in here. That's probably the way to go. Yep, so we'll do that. Thanks, Davy, for the call out. Sometimes I need help playing my own deck, it turns out. So this is on... Here, we'll just switch these. This is on Dowsing Rod. And we'll go to 4 up instead. Cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, pray for me. Oh, yep, W, you're feeling spiders. You were correct. Spawn that enemy here with a clue on it. Okay. Well, at least we know where to get out. So as long as we can get away from whatever spider spawns here next turn. No, I think it was still the right call. Ooh, of course it's a Grey Weaver. Grey Weaver. Luckily, Duke can tank this and still be fine. It's evading him next turn that is going to get dicey. But that's next turn's problem. So, enemy phase. He swings and hits me for 1 and 2. Sorry, Duke. You're a good boy, I promise. All right, I didn't miss anything else. Okay. Upkeep. Guys, I'm telling you, just about every Survivor deck I build has a cheeky one of hiding spot, and I never ever regret it. I never ever regret it, because right now, like, I'm probably not gonna play it, but like those 2 agility icons, oh, clutch, so clutch. All right, let's see what Mythos does. 1 of 4. Lit by Deathfire. Okay, so ever tried playing a non-cheeky one of? You know, I have long been of the mind that the line between just playing a one of in Arkham and a cheeky one of is very razor thin. There are some one ofs that are like tarots, right? Like that's not a cheeky one of. So yeah, yes I have. Like if you take a one of a tarot card, that's not too cheeky in my opinion. Okay. Dynamite is not cheeky. Okay, yep, fine. Solid. So we are at depths. So I just lose an action? No, I lose a resource and an action. Okay. All right, well, actions are tight. What could I resourceful from here? I could resourceful a few different things. So let's go down that path when it triggers. Now, one ofs that go on stick to the plan. True. Normally I take 2 of Ever Vigilant just because I'm really positive on that card, but I have in the past only taken 1 sometimes. Okay, so action 1. We are going to attempt to evade. We are 4, 5, 6, 7. We are 4 up to evade. Oh, you tried. You tried, Chaos Bag. You tried, but you couldn't contend with the power of the hiding spot. Okay, then last action. Last action. Oh, okay, we're getting tight here. Do I go ham and Dowsing Rod with the Doom? Oh, thank you, resourceful. Thank you. Yeah, here, let's get that out of the way. So if I could pull something that has willpower icons, that would be ideal, but I think nothing left to lose is my only option there. Oh, nope. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. That's the one. That's the one we want. That's the one we want. Possible MVP of the scenario right here. Because now I am going to doom dowsing rod. Right? It was this one, right? I'm doubting myself suddenly. This is the one that shuffles, and this is the right one. Yell at me if I'm wrong. So we are 6-4. We're 2 up. Ooh, it's the first time it's come up, and I'm gonna fail to. Oh, I forgot about jury rig. Oh no, I've seen a token. I can't. I'm just playing too fast. I got excited. That was an error, though. I should have jury rigged. That would have been the play. However, I think I'm still going to be okay. Okay, my additional token is a -1. Okay, so I succeed. And I had this as a backup if I failed. Totally would have been fine. And now we veil. And we win. Whoo! Okay. Okay. We are one. We are one. For what it's worth, need to put clues on the spider. Oh, I think you're correct. Yeah, with a clue on the spider. Not that it mattered, but you are correct. So let's just for aesthetics, we'll put that up there. Okay, so we have 3 clues. We spend 3 clues. We are one. Feeling pretty good about that. Feeling pretty good about that one. If you'd drawn the autofail and grannied to fail by 3 instead of 4, yeah, that would have been levels of flash that I dare to aspire to. Scenario ended. We are R1. Pete is alive. We are 4 damage on the scenario reference card. That indeed would have been very cheeky. Okay, how'd we do for victory? We've got 1, 2. None of these are victory. 3, 4, 5, 6. And the dole makes 7. I can deal with that. Whew. Okay. Thanks, Davi. Thanks for stopping in. Good luck wherever you have to go. That might have been one of the more fun and exciting true solo games I've ever played, to be honest. I know that list is not like super long, but that was wild. We got dealt some really shitty circumstances and some bad tokens at bad times, and I'm kind of proud of this deck. It's slow, and I got lucky with like a big bomb starting setup hand, but we had the tools, we had the talent, we got it done. Whew. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to try to get Scott for Dark Side of the Moon, just because I'm trying to keep Scott on all of my Monterey Jack streams. We'll see. I do want to point out, I'm not prophetic. I'm just consistent. This motherfucker did nothing. Nothing. Didn't see a single ghoul. Ugh. I'd be more bitter about it if I hadn't won. Did I say pathetic? I meant prophetic. I'd believe either. Okay, well. Excellent. So, let's see. You know what? Since we're here and that actually went pretty quickly, let's do an upgrade. Do I have the correct thing? Yep, there we go. So let's upgrade. I think 3 of my experience has to go to. Here, let's switch to. Oh no, I don't have any of this set up. All right, well, we're just doing it blind. I think 3 of my experience. All right, Twitch, if you're just gonna be picky, 3 of my experience like has to go to charisma, unfortunately. I've got Granny, I've got Miss Doyle, and I've got Randolph. Beyond that, though, given how hard Look What I Found performed in this scenario, I might look at upgrading my other one. I still have a level 0 in here. So that would be 5 of my 7. And then do I just round out the Shotcaster and do Translocator? Will that help me in the next one? I think that'll really help me in Weaver. So Translocator is evade with any skill. Before or after this attempt, you may move an investigator or non-elite enemy at your location to a connecting location or vice versa. I think that's going to be really good in Weaver. What do you guys think? Is that am I remembering that scenario correctly? Moving around the web in true solo, I can only imagine is going to be even more onerous than it normally is. So I think those are my upgrades. So we go Charisma. Also, who do I have to petition to get the alt art charisma that Miskatonic University Radio did into Arkham DB and or the TTS mod? Because I love that alt art so much. We do charisma, we do translocator, and we upgrade a second. Look what I found. And that feels pretty okay. That feels pretty okay going into Weaver. I'm happy with that. Best I can give you is my custom in the thick of it. Oh, what was that? Am I remember? Did I see that? Did you show me that at BusterCon? I'll post it. Okay, cool. I'll look for that in the Discord. All right, wonderful. Well, thanks everyone for coming out. This is a very fun and exciting game. I'm walking away feeling pretty good, and hopefully next time goes just as well with Dark Side of the Moon. And we'll catch you guys later.